So, and those guys, those don't go bad in your inventory. So I would say even if you don't have something that you want to forever fold right now, go get you a forever fold because it's half price. Stick it in your inventory, put it in your Amaretto folder, and so that way when you do have that special, you know, horse or pony or whatever that ages out or is vintage or whatever, that you can make it a pet. All right, so Christmas gifts, Christmas editions, mystery sale. Also, how many of you guys were able to join us at the Christmas ball this year? Old tickets? Yes, the old certificates are still good as well. Yeah, we had a big Christmas ball. That was a lot of fun. I don't know, I'm kind of debating. Like, I need to see how many of you guys would be interested in doing like a New Year's Eve, like at midnight kind of thing. So, I don't know, would you guys be interested in that? Or most of you guys got plans in real life? I know for me, when it's midnight and Second Life, it's 2 a.m. So people on the East Coast, it'll be 3. That's a little late to be up partying. Yeah, me too. 8 p.m. in the UK. Wow. All right, well, it's still something I'm thinking about. I know that you guys have a lot of questions and a lot of things you want to talk about. I do want to mention right up front, I do plan on having a breeders roundtable next month for you guys. Can we voice here? Sure, why not? So we will be doing a breeders roundtable. Did you guys like that, enjoy that, want to continue doing that, or no? Give me some feedback on that, because this is the first time that I really got to talk to a lot of you guys since then. And guys, just be genuine. If you didn't like it, you didn't get to go. We put it up on YouTube, Magneto. I'll get you that link. No one else? Everyone's like, Ava, shut up already. All right. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to turn the floor over to you so we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's just be respectful and remember, this is the Amaretto community meeting. We're not going to talk pricing. That's a third-party market. That's the aftermarket. We're not going to talk about that sort of thing because that's not something that Amaretto controls. All right? So who would like to go first? Oh, and I got my sidekick TM here with me today. You guys say hi to TM.
Hello.
All right. So, okay. Let's hear it, Kit. A random question. All right, guys, we could still have like a whole lot more people here. We need 7 more people to hit 40. If you have an idea that you want to share, there's a couple different ways you can do that. One, you can make a note card and drop it in at any mailbox at any of the Amaretto Ranch locations. 2, you can file a ticket. And there is a suggestion category for that. Or you can come to the community meeting and tell us your suggestion too. So it's kind of like, there's different ways. Yeah, If you file a ticket, I'm the one who gets those tickets, so I will definitely get it that way. If you put it in a note card and put it in the mailbox, Miss Josephine, she collects those, so she'll get them that way. We collaborate with everything we get, so either one is fine. Whatever you think is easiest for you. All right, guys, I know y'all got some juicy questions. I know you didn't come here to sit in these pews and stare at me while I stare at you. Yes, love, what is your question? Yep. Why is pony food more expensive? Because it lasts longer. One food lasts one pony 6 weeks, as in the horses, one food lasts one horse 4 weeks. So that's why the pony food is more expensive. Uh-oh. My screen was like griping at me. Yes, Jenna. And thank you guys to those of you I'm seeing doing conferences and spamming here. I expect probably the beta testers to be announced after the first of the year. Yeah, so yeah, if you were not in beta already and you would like to be, they're still out, right, guys? You can put in your application to be a beta tester. Let me see. Let me find the link. Here it is. They got picked up already? Oh, all right. No, we use the beta testing group, to test things before an update. Doesn't necessarily mean a new breedable, but doesn't mean there's not a new breedable either. Okay, let's see. Will we ever eventually be able to wake the ponies? I don't think so, Troy. I don't think that's going to change. Because if you started breeding ponies when they first came out, you could wake them up, and then we changed it to where you couldn't. So yeah, we don't have any plans to change that in the future. Why can't we not wake them up? Well, because there's no wake up button in the menu. No. We will we will not be adding and pairing as either. And the reason why, guys, the reason why we don't have the pairing and the reason why we don't have the wake up in the ponies is is because that there are some lag issues in World or some other communication issues that can go wrong in World if somebody TPs in and there's lag or this happens or that happens. So just because we can't perfect it, then we're not going to have it at all. You know what I'm saying? You absolutely can put them on the same sleep schedule. All you got to do is pick it up, put it in your inventory, get them all sleeping and put them back down, or awake and put them back down, because they will not sleep in your inventory. Well, the horses work completely different than the ponies. There's a lot of things that the ponies do that the horses don't. There's things that the horses do that the ponies don't. Don't smack them around. That won't help you. So it's just that's the way that we intended for them to work. Not that they're broken, not that we're fixing something. Um, we didn't want pairing in the ponies, so we did not put it in there. And it is a long sleep, but if you get your ponies on a schedule, they can sleep when you're sleeping, right? So when you're online, your ponies would be awake. But if you don't like the little snoring sounds that they make, if you were never online when your ponies were sleeping, you would never get to see those Z's, right? All right, who else has some questions? You guys don't hold back. I really want you guys to ask whatever you like. All the things that you want to know are the secrets. Like what secrets? You guys already know the horse, the breeder, the special breedings for next month. So what secrets? Bye. What is next after the B-Day coats? I don't know. You got something in mind, Troy? What is February's coat? We're not even into January yet. If you want to share that idea, Magneto, you certainly can do. You want to get collecting. So February looks like it's Pisces. Appreciation coats, yeah. I like that breed a zodiac with a galaxy to get a constellation coat. Flags of the world coat. And you know what's so funny, guys, is a lot of these ideas are the same ideas that we come up with or that we've heard 3, 4, 5, 10 times before. A special auctioneer's horse. Well, that wouldn't be real fair to everybody who does an auctioneer. A horse with a microphone.
That's funny.
That would be funny. So nobody has any concerns or complaints or anything? Like everything's going good and everybody's happy? Because I can't stress to you enough, guys, if you don't communicate with us, we don't know how you feel. So Troy needs his own horse for graduating. I do want to say this. I've seen a lot of negativity kind of been thrown around lately, and I was hoping that some of the people that have the negative things on their mind and their negative opinions and ideas, I was hoping that they would come and we could have an open conversation. So no, I don't think we're ever going to make rideable chickens. So I really want you guys to be able to talk to us. And so I'm asking, does anybody have anything they want to bring up or discuss? I'm talking with Amaretto. Amaretto issues. Well, I'll just tell you how I feel. I really feel like um, that I'm here and I'm open to discuss anything that anybody wants to discuss, and it seems like nobody has anything they want to say. I do not have a fixed date. I was planning it sometime in January. I'm debating on whether I want to do it like on a weekend because I think more people can come, or I need to like put a poll on our website and see when the best time was because I really want everyone to have the ability to come. And it may be that we have to do one in the morning and one at night so that we can involve everyone. I shouldn't scare anybody. And I'm going to just say this to you. I'm so over people saying they're scared to voice their opinion because Amaretto's going to do something to them. That's just a bunch of horse crap. Yeah, if you're scared, send your question to someone else, the person sitting next to you, and they can ask it.
I think there's a lot of misinformation about Amaretto, and it causes a lot of disrespect and among the community members. People should be able to talk and respect each other's opinion, but often that's not the case.
Do you feel that that's not the case?
I know, I'm saying often people can't discuss with each other as a community because you always have that one or two people that, wants to start something in a group or...
Oh, well, yeah, that's why I love these meetings. It's a safe place for anybody to say whatever they want. They're not going to get any misinformation because they're going to get it straight from Amaretto. But here's what I'm saying, guys. I want you to be aware of those people who say things and negatively and do things like that. Are they here at this meeting trying to talk, trying to get correct information? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, you have a question. People say their piece. Does Amaretto ban them and pull their breedables? Okay, let me just ask, I'm over that too, Unicorn. Does anybody in this room know of somebody who I don't like, so I just banned them from Amaretto and they don't breed anymore, and then I took away all their horses? Does anybody know anyone? Can name anyone like that? Okay, let me ask you guys this. How many people sitting in this room right now has got in my box and said something that I probably didn't like or want to hear and is still sitting here today? Is there a third-party product page? So many things are made to work with Amaretto breedables. Yeah, there's our API is on our wiki. GP? Who is GP? Okay. Here's the thing, guys. Yeah, you can list that in our forums, Stable Master. You could, in our forums, we have a thing. But that might be a good idea for us to do. That's a great suggestion, Stable. I will talk over with the owners. Hang on just a second, Rebel or Nero. Here's the deal, guys. This is what you get banned for. All right. Let me just tell you right now, because I don't want there to be any confusion. And if somebody is telling you different, they are lying to you. All right. So I'm not even gonna. All right, so that's for TOS. You do any of those things, then you're no longer going to be allowed to breed Amaretto. Now, if you're talking about do people get kicked out of groups because they're being rude and disrespectful and causing drama in the chat, that happens all the time. But that doesn't mean that they lose their breedables. That doesn't mean that I ban them from Amaretto. Sure. And I got to tell you too, guys, there's a note card of our TOS in anything you ever buy from Amaretto. So if you breed, you've ever bought a food, you've got a note card with the TOS. So I don't know who GP was, and not that we need to call him out here in local. If you just want to send me an IM with that name, so I know who you're talking about. Sure, Magneto.
I haven't worked in a few months or even bred horses or ponies in a few months, but I did notice about 6 months ago when I wasn't working, there was a lot of negative, some people would call it competition, but I would call it trolling. What does Amaretto do when they find the particular auction house is trying to put another auction house out of business by using briefing and other, what I would consider illegal and undermined means?
Well, I could say, first of all, we can only do the same thing that you can do, and that is send abuse reports to Linden Labs, ban those avatars. Hopefully that would not be happening at a official market sim. And if somebody comes to me and they're like, hey, you know what, my place got griefed, I do have a group, a network of market owners. So I can let those markets know, hey, everybody needs to ban, you know, Bob, because Bob went over to Misfits and he griefed everyone. So be sure everybody and ban Bob. You know what I'm saying? So we do communicate with each other. If someone approached me and said, hey, you know what, Ava? Baza keeps griefing me and I know it's Baza and, you know, here's my proof that it's Baza. I'm going to go to Baza and I'm going to be like, what the hell, Baza? You know? So, yeah. Sure you didn't. Sure you didn't. There are some rumors around you need a license for ABC and champion horses. Will it be for Amaretto 2 in the future? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Or even auction houses decide not to do the 500 Linden minimum opening bid. Yes, we're not trying to... Let me clear that up, because a lot of people have had and heard a lot of rumors, and like Magneto was saying, a lot of misinformation. So, what we did is we put out a list of standards, and we asked people to voluntarily follow these standards. There was no follow these standards or else. There was no follow these standards or Amaretto's going to do this. No, it was nothing like that. It was, here is a list of standards. So some people chose, yes, okay, we want to follow these standards. And that's as far as it goes, guys. That's as far as it goes. People are asking me, well, what's in the future? Are you going to be like ABC? Are you going to have to go to, a class? Are you going to have to be licensed? Can you do this? Guys, you can sell your horses, your ponies, your canines, your barnyard birds for whatever you want. I don't care if you sell them for 1 linden or you sell them for 1 million linden. Those are your breedables to sell for whatever you want. That is the case now, and that's never going to change. So I want everybody to know that. Yes, it's at any sim. If you were a market owner, you would have your own rules because that's a sim that you pay for and that you rent out and you provide that service to customers, right? Troy, I'll answer your question. The reason why we are trying this out, I don't know that it's always going to be like this. I don't know if it's going to change. I mean, I don't know. We're just trying it out because to put a baseline, for everyone to follow the same baseline would be a really awesome thing, right? So if you were a new breeder coming in and you had something really awesome and you didn't know it, you would want someone to be like, hey, that pony, that's brand new, or that's this, that's that. We have a base to go by. Everybody's always asking, what is this worth? What is this worth? What is that worth? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not telling anybody what to sell their stuff for. Steph, you can sell everything you have for 1 linden or 100 linden or 500 linden or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's telling you what to sell your stuff for. No, I said a standard. We don't want to, the standard at a market that I work at is no breedable. This isn't just Amaretto. This is kitty cats, WK, I don't know, ABC horses, Phoenix, whatever else, fawns. Nothing at that market sells for under 100 linden. It's not allowed. That's our standard right there. And a lot of the markets that you guys rent at already do stuff like that. So it's not even really a change. No, she absolutely can, Benny. She absolutely can sell for whatever she wants to. But maybe not on that sim. Maybe not at that auction. You have to follow the rules of that sim. We did not release the standards to everyone. We released the standards to market owners. If you would like to become an official Amaretto market, please IM me. Let me know. Send me a note card. We can go over the standards together, and then you'll know. Then you can decide from that point, yeah, this is something I want to do, or no, it's something that I don't want to do. And guys, you have seen. Well, I mean, that doesn't. We're moving forward, guys, and this is all in efforts to make it better. That is the issue. Tenants, you are loyal to a certain sim might be kicked out by the new rules if they can't comply. I don't, nobody's gonna get kicked out of a sim.
I think there's a misunderstanding. I think somebody thinks that if you don't follow these standards or a particular sim doesn't follow these standards, that they're not going to be allowed to do it anymore. I think that's what they're trying to say.
No, this is something that's totally voluntary. Totally voluntary. If you don't want to do it and you're a market owner, that's fine. There's no Nothing's going to happen. There's no repercussions. I mean, I don't understand when I say some people want to, in an effort to make the market better, follow these standards, okay, voluntarily. It's not anything we're making anyone do. Vivian, that's something that market managers do daily anyways. Oh, Troy, I wish somebody could name one person that I've shunned. Well, it would be my hope that as a market owner, I would want to be an official Amaretto sim. I would want to go. I would want to move forward with everyone together. I'm not saying that every bundle is worth 5,000 lindens. I know that you guys are willing to sell some for 25, 50 linden under that. And that's fine. That's fine. Just follow the rules of the sim that you rent on. And you got no problem. That's all it is, guys. If Jed wants to sell his horses for 4 lindens apiece, totally fine. As far as Amaretto is concerned, that is totally fine. That it's Jed's horse and he can sell them for what they want. All he has to do is make sure that he's following the rules of this that he rents on or that he sells on. And if you have your own private, land, then it really don't matter. Nobody can tell you what to do on your land, right? But you. Yeah, I think people are blowing it up out of proportion. There's been some misinformation. There's been some negativity around it, but I really think if everybody kind of just thought about what we're trying to do here as a cohesive unit, then everybody would be on board. Why does Amaretto put a limit in their TOS? What do you mean? Um, we could dispute them, but the thing is if you're selling your pony to TM and you're an IM with TM and you're selling your pony for 25 lindens to TM, how is Amaretto ever going to know? You know what I'm saying? You can't enforce something like that. So yeah, that's really something we need to discuss at the roundtable. But more than anything, I wanted people to come with those, like Troy has said. People think they're shunned. People are scared to ask questions. And I'm sitting here literally asking, does anybody have a question? Does anybody want to talk about anything? Does anybody? And you know what? So many people just don't even say anything. I'm not going to discuss other breeders with you specifically. Because if it was you, Benny, you wouldn't want me to discuss it specifically. So yeah.
always something that I don't necessarily agree with, but I hear it all the time discussed amongst different breeders. That when a new charm or something comes out, it seems to be the exact same people every time that get them in all fields of Amaretto. I'm sure you've heard the comment yourself, but that seems to be something that since I started nearly 7 years ago, um, people continue to talk about here and there.
Right. I have heard a lot of people say that, Magneto. And let me break it down for you and explain it. First of all, what you get is generated by the server. It's generated by a computer. So it's not given to you by me or Josie or TM. Nobody's controlling that. It's all coded and it's all computer and it's all server. So I don't get to decide whether Magneto gets it charmed or not. That's the first thing. The second thing is a lot of people who like to post stuff in the group and brag buy a lot of the things that they post. So just because you see the same person posting something, doesn't mean that they didn't purchase it from someone else. Third of all, somebody who's breeding 500 horses has got a higher chance at getting a charmed than somebody who's breeding 10 horses. Only because they have 500 chances and the other person only has 10. So there's that. And another thing I just want to say, guys, think about it. I just really want you to think about this. Even with the market standards, or why would Amaretto play favorites? That would not benefit Amaretto in any way. We've always been fair, and if we hold one person to one standard, we hold everybody to that standard. Meaning, if I tell Yili, no, I can't do that for you, Yili, I've got to tell Snooki no too. But if I tell Troy yes, then that means I have to tell Baza yes, right? So it would not benefit me. It would not benefit Amaretto. It would not benefit... The only person it would benefit is the person that we were supposedly giving all the great stuff to. And why would we do that? Why in the world would we do that when it's better for our business for everybody to be on the same playing field? Do you guys get what I'm saying?
I think some people just get frustrated. Some people probably get, I don't want to use the word jealous, but they work so hard on trying to get things, so they just start talking.
Well, I'm not even saying that so much, Magneto, but let's just take Unicorn for example. Unicorn, how long have you been breeding with Amaretto? Seven years. How many charms have you gotten, Unicorn? One. Okay. And how many horses on average do you breed? $50 to $75. Okay. Let's take somebody else. Anybody else want to volunteer for this one? How about Snooki? Okay, Snooki, how long have you been breeding? Seven. And how many charms have you gotten? Two. And I'm going to tell you what, Snooki has a sim full of breedables. TM just told me he had a whole sim with 200 Clydesdales for over 4 years and never got a charmed or an albino. So, and I think Amaretto likes TM. You learned that in Amaretto class. So I'm just saying, guys, do some of the same people post newer traits all the time? Yeah, they do. Do you know a lot of those people spend a lot of money buying those new traits? And you know, when they post it in the group, they don't say, oh, look what I just bought today. Do they? I'm just saying, guys, we need to apply common sense. Yeah, we need to apply a little common sense. Yep. It is easy. Despina, but Despina, you also have to tell them too, you've had full sims of horses breeding together. Yeah, so there you go. 1,300 horses breeding together. They're not rewards. They're random. That's one thing I love about Amaretto. You can be a brand new breeder and breeding 2 horses together and get a charmed. Or you can be Despina who's breeding 2,000 horses and get a charmed. So, I mean, I don't know why people say that. Oh, well, the same people always get the same old good stuff. You know that there are hundreds of breeders that get good stuff and aren't even in the main group and never even paste anything or share anything. So, I mean, I'm kind of over the same old people get the same old good stuff. I don't want to say any names, but I know one particular breeder. He has all the new traits, and that's because he goes out and buys them. As soon as somebody posts one in the group, he's IMing them, asking them how much they want for it. There are absolutely people who do that. And I think you guys know that. So I'm kind of over, and like I was explaining, it doesn't benefit Amaretto to play favorites. It doesn't benefit Amaretto. It does not benefit Amaretto for TM to get all the good stuff or for Baza to get all the great stuff. I mean, it doesn't, because we want you all to get great stuff and all be happy with Amaretto and all keep breeding more horses or ponies or dogs or canines. So we want you all to get good stuff. I mean, it's pretty simple. All right. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to bring up? I really want you guys to know that this is the time for you to be heard by Amaretto. And not this he said, she said, I heard, they did, da, 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 all that kind of telephone crap is for the birds. And I'm going to tell you, this is what I do. And I hope, and I hold you all to the same respect and standard. If TM tells me that Troy did blah, 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 you know the first person I go to is Troy. And I'm Troy, did you really do this? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you've got to, sometimes you just got to go right to the horse's mouth, right? We can't talk about prices. That's something that you guys can discuss at the Breeders' Roundtable. There's always plans for a New Haven horse, Jilly. We have big plans in 2018. Are you guys ready for them? Haven Zombie. Could there be some emphasis made at some point on, well, it's listed on the wiki. Everybody knows you increase your chances for a charmed by breeding two charms together. Haley, no. The only Amaretto store that was picked up because they didn't want to be an official market group was Stone Pony, and that's because I tried to talk to the owners for several days and they weren't online, so I couldn't even ask them if they wanted to be an official market. So we did remove our stores from Stone Pony. Minx, no, Minx stores were not removed because they did not want to follow the standards. Soaring Eagles store was not removed because they did not want to follow the standards. Any other questions? Do you plan maybe for the Ponies Charms ones to Ava a special coat? Yeah, Vivian, I would think that somewhere in the future we would probably do something special for the ponies. The designer can come up with better ideas. Well, if you have some better ideas, Unicorn, and you want to share them, you should definitely set that in the suggestion box. But it's getting kind of hard, guys, because we've done a lot of LEs. We've done a lot of awesome stuff before. So we got to keep coming up with new stuff. Yes, and we are still doing, and we still plan to do. All right, goodbye, Nero. Does anybody else have any other questions? Do you need to agree to the new standards to have an Amaretto store? There are more things. There are a few different things you have to do to be an Amaretto store. You got to be a full market sim. You can't be on mainland. You can't have an open res group. I mean, there's just a bunch of different things. So, Jed, my suggestion to you is if you would like a store, then you should file a ticket, and I can go over all those with you. Collecting code numbers, and it's getting close to 4 digits. We got a lot.
Even if you own a full sim on mainland, you only have partial control of your land.
Yeah, that's why we don't have anything on mainland. We did once put a store on mainland, and we had problems. So since we have not put another store on mainland. We're working on the website still, Troy. But as of right now, let me give you the locations page, because all of the ones on the locations page are for sure official markets. But we hope that people will, and I've gotten a couple note cards that we're going to be adding a lot more auction houses or markets to this. You don't have to be a full sim to be an official market or auction house. You can be official and be on mainland. So, and if that's something that you're interested in doing, guys, catch up with me, and we can talk about it and see how that'll go. Well, I'm just going to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to tell you, you know what, I don't see a problem with saying, hey, nobody sell your breedable for under 100 linens on the sim that I own. Like I said, the markets that I work at, we do that for any breedable. Could be a Phoenix, could be an ABC, could be a BioBreeds, could be a, I don't know, could be anything. All right, so any other questions? No other questions? Everybody's good?
Is there an animal abuse awareness side?
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
that's the
I don't
wrong-
think so.
Maybe that's the wrong way to put it.
An anti-animal abuse, that would be a really great idea. Why is the birth recovery time so time consuming? Because that's what we set it to, Ramsey. All right, bye, Haley. Have a great day. Hey, listen, guys. I wish you all a very late Christmas, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, happy New Year. Our next community meeting will be next month, the last Wednesday at 1 p.m. I appreciate you guys coming, and I need you guys to be ambassadors for Amaretto and for me. So if you hear somebody say, well, I'm scared to tell Avalon blah, 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 because she's going to eat my horses, that you're like, you know what? That's just not even true. Yes. The round table, I don't know when it's gonna be just yet. I didn't see what Kelly said.
I think
You're
she was
very
still
welcome to
talking about
Stina.
mainland. Well, I have to go, guys. It was nice seeing everybody again.
Hey,
Take care of
Magneto,
yourself.
thank you for sharing and bringing some things up.
No problem.